Hello, comic book community. Lombox of Affair here with my buddy Walter, and we have a CGC unboxing. So I have about 15 books that I sent in. CGC, oh gosh, back in November, December, I think they had a bulk deals so that if you had modern books and you wanted to send them in, you could get a good discount. So I think I can't even remember what the price was, but it was below their. It was a discount. So I had to have at least 10, I think, and so I found about 15 books, scrounged them up to send. Since I wasn't ready for this unboxing or this haul, for that CGC deal, I did not press any of these. Actually, I take that back. I think I had sent some of these to be pressed, and I just was waiting for the right opportunity. So this gave me a reason to send these off. So I can't remember what I sent. Maybe one or two I remember, but the rest I'm not sure. So let me open this box, look in the grades. I don't know what the grades are. I can't remember the books. It's only been a couple months, so let's check these out. So there's two packs. Walter's very curious. Sniffies. Of these books with this new bubble wrap. So they're hard to store like this. So I'm curious to see how I'm gonna end up storing these once it's done. Because right now my storage unit is exploding with CGC books that I need to purge eventually. Some of them I need to purge. So let's take one of these packs and try to unveil these grades. The first book is... Okay, my good buddy Sean in Portland, Oregon, he picked this book up for me. It's a repeat. I had a 9.8 that broke records when I sold it, so it's back in my collection. Thought it was a solid copy. I don't think I thought this was a 9.8. If I'm remembering correctly, I think there were some issues, but again, I could be wrong. What is this book? 9.6. I was so close. So close to that 9.8, that coveted 9.8. There's a better view. So 9.6 of this book. I love the retroness of this book. I love that it is a secret tie-in to Invincible universe right before Invincible was popular. So Omni-Man versus Supreme. Omni-Man is, of course, Invincible's father. 9.6, so close to 9.8, but I was not expecting that 9.8. Next up is Warlock. Warlock. This is a book I did have pressed. My friend Sean, so a lot of these have been pressed, and they were just waiting for the right opportunity. My friend Sean pressed this for me. I think this is a Mark Jewelers. It is. This is a Mark Jewelers. It has the insert listed on it. I've had this for quite some time. Many, many years ago, when I first started doing comic hauls, I hit the pay load by finding that giant size X-Men one for a buck. Found this for a buck. What's the grade? 7.5. I am not mad about that. This is the first appearance of Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy fame, from Warlock and the Infinity Watch fame, throwing it back to the early 90s. So this is a fan favorite of mine. Early Adam Warlock, Jim Starlin, in his height, in his acid trips. If you've read the Strange Tales, so this is Strange Tales 180. Yep. Strange Tales 180. So 178, 179, 80, 81. I think that's the quadruple. I think that's the number, maybe one more, was a whole storyline. And it led into Warlock number 9 when they reinvigorated the Warlock series. So a must-have for any cosmic collector. The reds in there are super red. They're not scuffed. Great book. I guess I'm being too loud. Walter is now in the hallway, away from me. So the next up is Static. I bought this book for $1. This is the final issue of Static. And I had it pressed, cleaned. Not sure what to expect. It was unbagged in a long box that I just found. A lot of people passed it by. I went by at around 11 o'clock after the con had been open for 2 hours. It was just sitting, first book, visible. No one picked it up. What's it worth? 8.5. 8.5. I'll have to check the prices on that. But this is a Mobius cover. It's a hard to find book, or at least a hard to find affordable book. Not sure what an 8.5 fetches, but I'm sure it fetches more than $1. from my treasure trove of books under my in my closet. I've had this one saved for quite some time. Killer Jenny Frison, Beauty, cover number 1. There's a lot of spec about this book, on and off. It used to be really hot, then it cooled off, then it was coming back. I think it's potentially a Ryan Murphy series. We'll see. Hollywood, you never know. So don't bank on anything in Hollywood. Just things come and go, get optioned, they won't get optioned. What's the grade? 9.8, as it should be. I thought this one was pristine. I did not get it pressed or graded. It came to me on eBay years ago, fairly cheap, and with other variants of number 1, the regular cover and another variant. But I got this one graded. Really cool Jenny Frison cover. Beauty number 1, Image Comics. This is the end of the first pack, and the book is Excalibur. Excalibur number 18 from 2021. This is one of the first Russell Dauterman variant covers where he did it with the various covers, or various iterations of the characters. So this is Rogue, obviously. Excalibur number 1. All the variations of Rogue in there, most of them, the ones that spoke to him. I'm a big fan of his work. Love this cover. This is one of the early and probably the more expensive ones. So did this grade appropriately as I thought it should? Yes. Yes. I believe, I haven't looked at the prices, but at one point it was a $350 book at 9.8. It may have gone up or down, but that was what I remember it as. So I wanted to get this preserved. I'm not going to sell this book because I have all of the Russell Dauterman variants of the similar style. But, you know, hey, it's nice to have just in case. Next grouping of CGC books is the last batch. So let's see what books they are and the grades. First up is Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme. This is a Robbie Rodriguez variant cover. What did I get? 9.8. Yes, I thought it should be. Did not press this book. It was crispy when I bought it at the LCS. I found this in a bin for like $10. This book is not a $10 book. This was really hard to find. It has the first of that Kushala, I think is how you call it, the Native American American Indian Ghost Rider, and a bunch of other older Ghost Rider variants and other Sorcerer Supremes, I should say. So really cool cover. I really enjoy this cover. It's probably one of my favorites in my long boxes. It's just a cool art style like that. So I had 2 copies of this. I don't know if I sent both of them. I think I just sent this one. Okay, and we have the Jim Lee X-Men. This is Uncanny X-Men 1. This is the 2024 remastered Rogue cover. So it should be a 9.8. I bought it off of, I think I bought it off of like Sleeping Giants on whatnot. As an impulse buy, bought it pretty cheap. I thought it was a solid copy, so it was. Nice. A couple $100 book right now. Just a really cool Jim Lee Rogue cover. Love that I got this on the cheap. Next up is, all right, Avengers Annual 10. Probably not one of the best key comic book covers. It is the first appearance of Rogue. She is somewhere. Oh, she's there. There she is. I used to think she was here, but that's not her. It's her there. Yeah, so let's see. It's not a 9.8, I know that, but I think it's a decent grade. An 8. Oh, a little lower than I expected, from what I remember. And I did have this pressed. I think Sean got this for me, and his store in Oregon. So, alas, 8.0. That's fine. That's fine. I have a couple copies of this raw. Okay. I had this one pressed. Uncanny X-Men 268. Key Jim Lee book. Wolverine with Captain America, Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow. I thought this was a solid book. It would be nice to get a 9.8 in this. I thought it was a high grade. I'm really kind of wondering. We'll find out. So close. So close. Oh, I took a gamble. And it almost paid off, but not quite. That's all right. We can't win everything. 9.6. At least it didn't go in lower than that. It's a really solid book. I'm not sure where it got dinged. I didn't see any spine ticks, but these books, the paper quality, they're old. They've been beat up. So it would be nice to have a Jim Lee run of Uncanny and a 9.8. I don't have that. I haven't started that, but I toy with that idea. I was like, well, do I really want to spend some money on that or on books I don't have? Okay, this is a book I've had in my collection for quite some time. You may notice it's different than the original Uncanny X-Men 303. It is The Death of Ileana, and from the Legacy virus. And this was in the Pressman X-Men game. And I remember pulling this out of the game at Walmart at the box and trying to pay for it at the store. And I think they just kind of gave it to me or something like this. I was young. I didn't know what I was doing. So I just wanted the book. I didn't want the game. So this book, the Pressman books are, there's like four, if I remember, and I have all but one of them. I don't have Uncanny X-Men 297 or 298, that one. But this one I've had, this was the first. Solid copy. It has its issues, but not too many. Maybe it doesn't have much at all. I thought it was a really solid copy. I have another one that has a little bit more dings. What did I get? 9.4. Okay. Not bad. Not bad for these game books, which are stuffed into the games, probably beat up by kids. I've had this since the early 90s. This was from 1993, so I probably got this book in 1994. So, yeah, it's solid Pressman book. Another Pressman. So this is another one. This is X-Men 10? 11. X-Men 11, the silver variant. If you remember, the main one has red background. Jim Lee, in-demand cover. Awesome X-Men cover. This one was a little bit more beat up. Not by much, but I had it pressed. The cover is a little harder. It's a little harder stock than the normal cover. And it's just probably one of the more attractive Pressman variants. It was inside another game. Not sure which game, but back in the early 90s. Let's see the grade. 9.0. Hey, it stayed within the nines. Near mint, very fine. I'll take that. Nice copy. These are hard to find in high grade. So to get this and the previous Jubilee one with the gold, really kind of cool. So these are the two that I chose to get graded. Spider-Gwen, just for the heck of it. So I was looking to fill up the quota for this bulk mailing. Like I said, you had to have a certain number of books in order to qualify for the discount. And you had a limited window to send these in. I think I had like less than a month to pull these books together. So Spider-Gwen #1, I thought this was one of several raws that I had. I thought this was a high grade. I used to have a 9.8. I sold it. So let's see, did this fill the gap? Oh, so close. Oh my God. Harsh. I have no idea why. It has no spine ticks. No idea why. There might have been like a little minor wear in the back corner. Barely anything to register. But, 9.6? Oh, whatever. 3 more to go, including... I've had this in my collection for a long time. I've just wanted to get it graded and preserved. I did not press it. It's a hard stock cover. So this is a Michael Turner variant cover, Aspen variant cover to World War Hulk #1. And I picked this up from the Aspen booth at Wizard World Philadelphia, where I went for 2 days. One of the days I volunteered. I got to guard Erica Durance's booth who was in Smallville, which I didn't watch. And there's some freaky people coming to get autographs from Erica Durance. Let me just put that way, from what I remember. But anyway, I had this book. I never got Michael Turner to sign it. I wasn't big into signatures. I didn't want to wait in line. So I just picked this one up. I'm a big fan of his artwork, though. I don't think it's a 9.8. It's a 9.6. Oh, gosh, it's higher than I was thinking. 9.6. I will take it. Look at Michael Turner, gone too soon. Really a big fan of his work. And it's such a shame that he's not with us anymore. Michael Turner, of course, of Witchblade fame. He's a big cover artist. He was probably bigger than J. Scott Campbell back then. And it would give him a run for his money nowadays, I think, just because of his popularity. But alas, so he did this cover for World War Hulk. Invincible 120. The cartoon is coming out again in just a week or two, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember when, but soon. And this is a nice key issue of a devastating thing. It's the death of Battle Beast, I think. I could be wrong. But look at that cover. That Ryan Otley cover is gruesome. I thought this was high grade. I don't think I got this press because I thought it was high grade. Let's see. What? Ay, ay, ay. What? This is a huge issue. I don't know why it's a 9.8. Literally, this is a huge outlier for me. I have to look at the notes. Hopefully there's notes. This is a huge surprise because I am even looking at this in the slab. There's no ticks. There's no anything. The only thing, and I don't even think it's real. The only thing is there might have been some on the whites of the cover, maybe some discoloration. If it's there, I'm not even sure what it is. I don't think so. I have no idea. I need to look this up. But this is a surprise. I mean, it's no big deal. The grading costs were cheap because of the bulk deal, so I'm not worried about that. I'm just really shocked. I mean, just because it's a modern book, had it seemed high grade to me. So this one I was obviously off on, unless someone just had a vendetta on Invincible and didn't like the cover. Okay, last book. No clue what it is. I will in a second. Oh, okay. Bought this off of Midtown years ago. This is the Ultimates variant cover, Arthur Adams Galactus cover. I got this. I was like, do I send this in to get signed by Art? I was like, no, I want to preserve it as is. I think it's a killer cover. Love this book. I was sitting next to someone, or standing next to someone at a comic sale earlier last year, and he pulled this book out for $1, and I was like, are you effing kidding me? I was right next to that bin, and this was one I would buy for $1 all day, all long, because it's over a $75 book raw, typically. And this guy didn't know. He's looking it up. I'm like, God, if you don't even know what this book is and you're looking it up, just give it to someone who knows what this book is. Anyway, I thought it was high grade, didn't get it pressed, but just wanted to get it preserved. And it came back a 9.6. I wonder if a press would have done better. Doesn't always mean that if I press this, doesn't always mean it would have come back a 9.8. You just never know. So yeah, I have no idea. It could just be the corners. It could just be the corners. And you can't really help that with a press. Again, I just wanted to get it slabbed, preserved. Look at that cover. These look so nice in the slabs. Now, I haven't talked about it, but a lot of people are up in arms with CGC's prices going up. I got these on the discount, and then I sent some other stuff in right before the prices went up. And I think going forward with CGC, I'm probably going to wait. I'm going to wait until there's sales and incentives to send books in. I'm just going to keep books piled up and wait. Unless there's something that is super urgent that I want to get graded, I think is high grade, and I'm going to flip it in the future. Which doesn't always happen, I'll be honest. My collection is huge, and a small percentage of that is stuff that I might sell. But I think that's probably my approach. And so this was a discount, and I felt like I didn't, even if I lost, like this going down from a 9.8 to a 9.6 or whatever, I think it's not a loss. It's just ones I wanted to get slabbed. So haters out there that might be like, oh, I just slabbed that book and didn't press it. I did my thing. I have no regrets. Happy about it. I'm happy with the grades for the most part, except for that one Invincible, which was more of a shock than anything. So that's the haul. I need to figure out how to store these now, given that their new system is a little wonky. But happy with the books. I'll probably end up selling that static because that's not one that really fits my collection. I did grade that to get hopefully a sale. But other than that, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the books. Walter's gone in the back, but super psyched for what I picked up. Hope you are too, and I will see you at the next video. Take care.